ARP Enforcement has many key advantages. It works with any type of networking equipment, it's simple to set up, and it's very responsive for real-time protection. So in this demo, we'll show you how it works. We'll start this demonstration by logging into the web interface on the appliance. And once we log in, we're brought to the overview page. And we can see right away that on this network, there are currently 3 devices. 2 of them are Windows, one is the default gateway. They all have full access to the network. Let's go ahead and drill down on those Windows devices. So one of the Windows devices is this Windows server that we're currently using. It's the AD server, and it has full access. And then we also have a Windows 10 client. This is the device we're going to quarantine. It currently has full access to the network. If we click on why it has full access, we can see the policy classification that was done. So we can basically see it was detected as being AV managed and AD managed, so we gave it full access. But you can see up above that if the device was on the blacklist, it would be assigned restricted access. And that's what we're going to do, is we're going to put them on the blacklist. Now before we do that, let's take a look at that client. So this is the Windows 10 client that's going to get quarantined. And we can see it's currently able to ping the internet, able to ping Google on 888. It's able to ping its default gateway on .1, and it's also able to ping the AD server that's currently on 200. Of course, his web page is also working just fine. He can get out to the internet. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at his ARP table before he gets restricted. And this ARP table is going to look fairly normal because he's a compliant PC. So when he tries to send traffic to the default gateway, it's going to the real MAC address of the default gateway. The appliance is on 100, and we can also see he's trying to talk to 200. So when he sends traffic to the AD server, it's going to the real MAC address of the AD server. Now let's go ahead back to the management interface, and we're basically put this device on the blacklist. And how we could do that is we can just hit the off button. So I'll hit that off button, and we can see it's been assigned to blacklist. He's currently restricted. We can see that from the overview page as well, that there's a restricted device on the network. Let's go back to that client. You can see his pings are timing out. The enforcement takes effect right away. And if we look at his ARP table again, we can basically see that it's changed. So before, it was going to a different MAC address when it tried to go to the default gateway. Now it's sending it to the MAC address that belongs to the EasyNAC appliance. Same thing for when he tries to talk to the AD server, it's being sent to the MAC address that belongs to the EasyNAC appliance. So he's basically being fully quarantined. If he tries to go out to the internet, that's also not going to go through. So he's basically fully blocked. Now, if I go back to the management interface, let's say we want to put him back on the network, we certainly could do that. I'll basically put him back in auto policy mode. And then based on the fact that he's AV managed and AD managed, he's being assigned full access. And that takes effect right away. So his pings will start going through again, and everything's fine. We want to take a look at his ARP table again, just for comparison's sake. We can see it's back to normal. When he's going to the default gateway, it's being sent to the correct MAC address. When it's going to the AD server, it's also going to the correct MAC address. And that's basically how ARP enforcement works. Now for this ARP enforcement to work across multiple subnets, the appliance just needs to have layer 2 visibility. This just means the appliance needs an IP address on every subnet or VLAN that's being protected. This is often achieved by using a trunk port, so a single appliance can protect the entire office. For larger networks, it's common to have an appliance deployed at each of the regional locations. And then the central visibility manager can be used to centrally manage multiple appliances. Another option for large distributed networks is the use of vLinks Remote. The vLinks box acts as a sensor and will extend visibility and protection to small remote sites by leveraging the existing wide area network. With vLinks, multiple remote offices can be protected by a centralized EasyNAC appliance. And that's all that's necessary to use EasyNAC's ARP enforcement. Once the appliance has an IP address on the subnet or VLAN, it can protect it. Thanks for watching.